So yeah, probably. Cool. Hello.
Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're having a great start to your week. If you're watching on the replay, make sure you're registered for the free training we got going on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Miles and I are going to be sharing the whole game plan for starting scaling Amazon, making your first 10K in sales, and 7 p.m. Eastern time. Miles and I are going to be sharing. We got the echo, the classic Money Monday classic.
Yeah.
So yeah, the link's down below for you guys. We got the live class going on Wednesday. It'll be super fun. Come ask some questions. We'll be showing you step by step, a little more structured than these live streams I like to do here as well. So you'll get a very clear picture of the exact steps you need to take to start making money on Amazon.
Yeah, and then we also throw in some nuggets for the more advanced sellers, like some really specific sourcing strategies we don't like talk about publicly. So even if you've been to one of them, maybe, or if you're already getting sales, right, it's something you want to consider checking out, especially there too.
For sure.
Yeah, cool.
What's up, Angel? What's up, JP? Might be light on the Money Monday boys today, but
Corey's got important stuff going on and such. Okay, cool. All right, sweet.
My brother's in SaaS.
That's that was that guy's on fire lately. Like he posted the meme of me
that's super funny.
That guy's on fire. Took action and sold my first 3 products after watching your videos. Guys, good work, Sinclair. Keep going. Very, very good work.
My brother's in SaaS. We have to, Angel, I think you might be onto something there, bro.
Yeah, dude. So Sadiq here, he met someone on Twitter that went to his high school 20 years ago.
Oh, damn. That's sick.
Small world.
Cool. Through like Amazon Twitter or something?
Amazon Twitter. One of my coaching guys, actually.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get the Instagram machine going. I'm just gonna go.
There's a near zero chance that any of my high school friends sell on Amazon.
It's 20 years ago.
I went to like a new school, that kind of thing.
Oh, all right. So that validates that.
Yep. Yeah. So let us know what we can help you guys out with. Drop any questions you got, all that good stuff.
I'm gonna get
hanging here for at least 30 minutes or so.
Cool. Okay.
Lots of good stuff to taking advantage of these days as well. The sales are starting to trickle back in. It was quiet there for a second, but it's go time. I spent like over 30 last week. There's lots of stuff waiting for you.
Did you look at what I Discorded you about?
Yeah, I don't know what you're cooking there, but those are not selling very fast. But you might as well.
Yeah,
distributor wants you to go visit them. Have you encountered this? Never heard them explicitly ask for them to like come visit, but if you're local, why not? If it's not like an insanely, if it's like a flight or something, obviously it's probably not super worth it. But if you're close, then go. You'll be probably one of the first people he's ever met in person. You can shake their hand. Like it's way easier to give deals and do business with people you've met in real life.
Oh, 1,000%. And either way, it'll just be great, like kind of just business experience too and everything. Yeah. But I'd say it's even a good sign, especially if it's local, that they want you to come out because they essentially want to validate that you're serious. Right. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Hey, Miles, do you outsource your sourcing or is it all you? Yeah, so I do some of it myself. A lot of it is just with like students and then with friends, honestly. So I guess kinda, but also not really at the same time.
For sure. When your listing's tanking, not getting buy box stock levels, is it okay to undercut the buy box? You don't need to undercut the buy box. And it shouldn't be an issue. If you're not getting any buy box, then you weren't going to get any buy box in the first place. If you like have to undercut to get it, they were probably hogging a lot. Then you just didn't see that beforehand, if I had to guess.
Okay. Should I get my business license through the city or who do you recommend? So there's going to be good info on Google on how to do that. It's probably going to be through the state. But the cool thing is there's people that like have obviously the qualifications around talking about that stuff that have articles and YouTube videos online. So I think a great place to start with that is just looking up like your state sales tax license or how to get sales tax exempt in whatever state you live in. I think it's going to be a great.
Business license is usually city specific, so it probably is your city. That's who mine's through. But you probably is for you too, Miles. You probably just been a while since you did it. Like,
like sales tax or
like a business license is usually city specific.
Oh, cool. All right. Okay. Yeah, bro said, how do I drop ship on Amazon? What up, Austin? So do you find there being a lot of competition group sourcing? No, the whole point of sourcing with your boys is that you actually end up dealing with way less competition because you get so much more done. And you're so much more efficient and such, right? So like basically like, for example, Warner and I over the years, we constantly talk about different opportunities going on and such. And that basically leads to us getting a lot more done in a lot less time, and it makes the whole process a lot more fun, basically, too.
Yeah, it's less competition too when you can all game plan together and all that.
Okay.
Should you talk to a CPA about taxes that deals with entrepreneurs or deals with small business? You should talk to a CPA about taxes. Yes, in general. I don't personally have an accountant that's like super e-com specific. I like having different perspectives and stuff, but you can definitely go with an e-com specific accountant. They'll probably pick up a thing or two that you might not know.
I have a resale certificate in Cali, but worried I can't avoid sales tax when buying from a store. Dude, just give them that's the whole point of the reseller certificate, man, is you show them at the store, and the vast majority of stores will say yes. Might be easier with the wholesale distributor. So it will be the exact same process, honestly. Now the distributor should know a little bit more, but if you're worried about giving someone the certificate at the checkout, it's probably going to be pretty difficult for you to cold call and get on the phone and negotiate with people and such, right? So I wouldn't worry about that, man. I think you're good to go. Just keep rolling and life will get better.
For sure. Thoughts on cease and desist letters? Usually you can ignore them. If you get sent a huge giant packet or something like that, then start considering taking it into account. If you have like almost none of it left, like if it's not really worth the risk of continuing to sell it, you can stop. But if it's a good product and they're just like sending you like a buyer message and it looks like it's supposed to scare you, then you can usually keep selling.
Is it cheaper / easier if I'm looking to make just 1,000 a month for Amazon, not really looking to make millions or nothing? So naturally, making less money will be less work than making lots of money. However, either way, like you're going to have to put in effort to learn the basics and such, right? And everything. So the cool thing is we do have the free training going down on Wednesday that'll get you up to speed with this stuff. So if you're on Twitter or Instagram, you can register in our bios, and then it's also in the description on YouTube too. And then any questions you got, feel free to fire away on as well too with that. And just in general, right? Like I posted a video today that went over like really pretty much the only way to make items good, or at least the vast majority of the stuff you guys look up isn't going to be profitable at the advertised price. So you need to be using like all the coupon extensions, discounted gift cards, Card Bear, Top Cash Back, digging around on Google for coupons, and then have a email address that gets notified of different sales going. The email address strategy is so cracked because it's free, and you literally get notified of stuff in perpetuity forever until they remove you from their email list, which
until they start getting mad at you. Or one of our guys sent me a message today like, hey, should I take this email seriously? It was like the sassiest like you're reselling our products email I've ever seen in my life. And it's like, no, it means you abuse the product correctly. Now somebody else gets to make thousands on it. Like that is it's the best.
What's up, Miles? What up, Albert? Can I get ungated with a receipt from a store? So I would just do the brand online, honestly. The cool thing is most in-store stuff we're going to do is either going to be gigantic brands like Nike outlets and such, which in that case just get ungated in online, or super, super small brands that are probably going to be auto-ungated for a lot of you guys, at least once you have some sales history on your account state too. Hey guys, what up? I was promised Mr. Ganem. Okay, how do you know how many units a product sells by checking the stats when it has many, many variations? So Gisela, what I'd recommend for that is you got to understand that each specific size has its own Keepa chart, right? So that's how you're going to gauge the velocity for that stuff. And then there's also a variations feature on SellerAmp that's in beta that you can toggle on your SellerAmp settings too, which is cool.
Jules filing A to Z complaint against us. File it against Corey, Jules. How do you know how many units a product sells checking sat? Did you just answer that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So just
I was tripping. I was laughing at Jules' joke. Can you list some coupon cashback tools or websites? Capital One Shopping is free. It's like usually where you find the best. Retail Me Not is a good website. Friend Chris made Sales Gazer as like a website. You can just like get a bunch of emails basically. Cashback tools, just look at Cashback Monitor, and that'll show you all of the cashback providers, and you can see the highest rate.
Yep, I signed up for your seminar. Sounds good. Yeah, it's gonna be cool, right? And any questions you guys got, definitely fire away on. We're happy to help. Just came back from a shop. Cool, doing some retail arbitrage. Which is more time consuming, OA or wholesale? So definitely wholesale at the start, but wholesale is going to be less time consuming long term. However, if you have under $50,000 in liquid cash, the last thing you should be worried about is how time consuming a business is. You need desperately to get after it, build skills, meet other entrepreneurs, work hard, develop work ethic, etc. I would say.
Yeah, that question shows you probably want to find an easy route.
And have never made money. Yeah, have like
there is no easy route. Spoiler
Yeah.
alert. Most businesses you choose will be hard. Most businesses work as long as you put in proper effort and it clicks for you.
Oh, everything works. Yeah, you
Yeah.
see, like there's picking up trash.
Obviously, there's different niches that'll work faster here and there, but like pretty much any business will work if you put enough effort in. So
Yeah, for sure. You just have to work. Okay. Do you guys know if there's a way on Google Maps to blacklist certain search terms? A lot of beauty suppliers I find are private label. I think you're probably Googling the wrong stuff, like or just looking up the wrong brands, because very rarely will like certain brands show up if you're Googling like beauty distributor terms. Basically, what are your thoughts on that?
yeah, I would if you're talking about Google Maps, you have to be doing wholesale. So just
That's what
look up,
I'm thinking.
yeah, just look up beauty distributor my city, and then even if they sell the brand you don't want to sell, they're gonna have other things. I
Other brands. Boom.
I don't see the issue.
Just came back from a shopping run, found 2 items. Keep at it though, right? Like the cool thing is that like now you learned a bunch of products that aren't good. You learned some brands that were close, right? Or some brands that were good or some brands that weren't good, right? You're acquiring knowledge. Like you mean the total sales you see on SaaS? Nope. Variations tab on Keepa, variations tab on SellerAmp, and then also the specific Keepa charge variations are really helpful too.
Yep. Just storage and placement fees have the potential to cut into profits. If you don't sell your stuff, then yeah, you'll pay more to store it. But that's more of an issue with like books or like private label or things where you're buying products you don't know if they're going to sell or how fast they're going to sell. Kind of the beautiful part of selling name brand products is you know exactly how fast they're going to sell. You just have to look at the data, make sure you're not buying Christmas lights in January, and you're good to go.
Facts. Or a New Year's decoration.
Yeah. Stocking up on advent calendars in March. Like, do you recommend sending items to Amazon ASAP or a bunch of a few? They may just send one item to a separate location. Yeah, that's brutal. So typically it's better to wait until you have like a 50-pound box. If that takes you a while to fill up a 50-pound box, then send whatever you got. And the reason why it costs you $4 to send that one item is if you ship more than 18 of any certain product, you'll get less split shipments. So you probably had like 10 units or something, probably 9 went to one, and then the last one went to a different one. If you do 18, it's like the magic number where you will send it all to one place, basically.
Low key, that's probably a sign to FBM that one item too.
Yeah, for sure. that $4 is probably what it costs to FBM it.
I have 14K and ready to buy my first products. What's the best strategy? Cool. So Chandler, whatever you did to get the 14K, keep doing that because you're clearly an economically productive human being. So that's awesome, right? So keep doing that. In terms of just getting going, right? In terms of like strategy, right? So what Warner and I like to do is buy products from big sites, Kohl's, Walmart, Nike.com, Target, etc. Sites like that, Walgreens that we find at a discount. The key is that it doesn't make a lot of sense to just go on those websites and look for products to sell. It makes a lot more sense to look at what other resellers are selling in their Amazon stores using what's called storefront stalking, right? And then go out and look for those products on the internet, basically. So if you search like Fields of Profit reverse sourcing, Flush Miles reverse source, you'll see a really good initial walkthrough on that stuff, and that'll get you up to speed pretty quick.
Yeah, come to the class tomorrow. Though we're gonna show you all the different steps. We'll drop some sauce you won't see on YouTube as well. It'll be a good starting point for you.
Okay, could you share more information about the catch-all mail and how you manage to consistently subscribe to % off? Yeah, dude. So you can set up what's called a catch-all, and it'll catch-all email using what's called Namecheap, and that lets you get unlimited email coupons, basically.
Yep. You can also do it with like if you Google like infinite emails plus Gmail, that'll probably show you what I'm talking about. It's like kind of hard to explain.
No, the period method?
Like, yeah, period. If you add a plus sign, like, yeah, did you look at like plus sign infinite emails? Google that. You'll probably figure out.
Which is crazy that works, but
yeah,
like,
it's
really
free.
honestly,
it's awesome.
Yeah, literally makes no sense.
Yep.
It's cool.
You get a ton of orders canceled. How do you deal with it? The first thing is if you try any order cancellation dodging method and they keep canceling everything, move to a website that wants your money. It sounds obvious and sounds like it's like, oh, they're hiding something. Like, no, you literally just go to sites that want your money. That said, if you use a PayPal virtual card, change up your address, check on an incognito, all that kind of stuff, it can help. But yeah, just double down on what works.
Amazon seller meetup soon in South Florida. Yeah, like probably not like a public one, or I guess Miami Sellers Conference, but like if you're in the community and you're like out there a lot and you happen to live near here, like we'll probably end up hanging out at some point. Thanks, I'm coming to the class. Cool. What up, Walker, aka Andrew Braun lookalike right there. Off top, can you think of categories to stay away from a fresh seller? No, it's like whatever you can't find profitably, you're gonna stay away from. Like if you're asking that question, you should just be reverse sourcing. So you're looking inside the storefronts of other sellers. The data there is going to tell you what to buy. So like what has low sales rank, what has a stable keep chart, etc. And then you just try to find those products on Google. And then when you figure out what websites those products are on, then you got to go ahead and figure out what discounts exist on those websites via coupon codes, stuff on sale, discounted gift cards, cash back, rewards programs, everything like that. And I just posted a good video today with like a whole checklist for that stuff.
Yeah. There's so much fear around like, oh, I can't sell this. I can't sell this. This is dead. Like, like sell it. If it's profitable, it works. Like, don't let somebody tell you can't sell a whole genre or a whole brand just because they don't like it.
Okay, here we go. Also, stuck at 10K a month in sales. What should I be doing right now to move to those 20 to 30K months? So the cool thing, Eric, is that if you're doing that type of revenues, right? So like over $1,000 a month profit or 2,000, right? You already know exactly what you need to do to do more, right? I need to either do one of two things or both. I need to find more new products to sell, or I need to sell more of the existing stuff that I have. There's only two ways to grow up. Right. And there's also only two ways to find leads and opportunity. You have to find it, or you have to collaborate with other sellers to find it. Right. So I'd be doing more of all those four things. And if you're, there's a very good chance you probably don't have, you're not in the Amazon community yet. That's by far the #1 growth hack, and it's not even close.
Yep. FBA item said it was used. If you don't have a picture of your new products, anyway, to fight the 1-star. Yeah, you can submit your invoices on that. It should probably be you probably have a complaint on your account health, if I had to guess. Probably say like used as new, and then you just submit your invoice that proves it was new.
If I buy products from the brand itself, is it guaranteed I will get it? If other people are selling it, yes.
Yeah, it's usually the best way to go about it. Like if you're ever trying to get Adidas, buy it from Adidas.com. It's like just like a little bit more likely you'll get approved.
Should we stay away if Amazon has full control of the buy box? Yeah. Even if it has really good velocity, if Amazon's not sharing like 20% or more, you probably want to hold off on that. What up, Cole?
Yep. Be selling other platforms, just like returns and stuff. Although Walmart is a pretty good opportunity right now. Any of your good Amazon products, if you guys, you're selling 50K at least a month on Amazon, start scouting out and see if any of your Amazon products are like inflated in price on Walmart. You can like cross list, but they're basically all FBM. You have to remember.
How can you tell if Amazon won't share buy box? So you want to go on Keepa and hit data and then buy box statistics. And then you can see what percentage of the buy box Amazon is getting or not getting. And then also too, the Keepa chart's going to look bad if Amazon's not sharing the buy box too. There's going to be no movement in the third-party competition. The orange triangles of the lowest third-party FBA seller probably are going to be headed down because they're trying to get sales, trying to undercut Amazon to get sales. Okay, why SellerAmp calculates 20% VAT in profit calculation? If you're doing Amazon UK, they have like weird rules with like VAT and shit like that. I don't really know how it works, honestly. If you're asking that question, you're probably a UK citizen.
Some complicated UK tax.
That out there, yeah.
They want to make it as hard as possible for people to make money in the UK, something like that.
Okay, here we go. Pros and cons of retail arbitrage and wholesale. So how about I'll do RA, you do wholesale. Pros and cons. Sure. Okay, so pros of RA, you can get stuff in hand same day. It's the profit margins are a little bit higher, right? Because there's just less competition with stuff. You can buy and get stuff listed same day is cool. It's typically smaller brands, which are auto ungates, or big brands, which you can just ungate online. And then I already said the less competition, less competition. And then cons, not as scalable as wholesale or online arbitrage, right? Takes a lot more time. And then not really. It's hard to get bulk product, I would say.
For sure. As far as wholesale, it's extremely front loaded. So you won't make money in wholesale, probably compared to any other Amazon model, probably way longer until you start making good money. But it is a lot more scalable. You just place the same orders over and over again. You find a product that you like to buy, the prices don't change on you unless the price changes on Amazon, obviously. It's a little more consistent. It just takes a lot longer to add every new product to your catalog.
Home Decor Addict, just resubmit the same thing. Have to say seller support a prayer. Yeah. So sorry, D-Law. We're not sure what your question was. Do you mind re-asking? On a listing, so here we go. If there is 70 to 100 sales a month on a listing, but there's 15 to 20 sellers, what are your thoughts about it? If the price is staying stable or going up, people are making the money they want to make on it. If the price is going down, people are not making the money they want to make on it. Therefore, you want to buy stuff that people are happily making money on.
Yep. Is it true Amazon's going to start rewarding FBM sellers more over FBA? They do every Q4. So you might have heard like some people talking about, Q4 sales, December, that kind of stuff. But FBA is more prioritized than normal now, just because we're out of the holidays.
Boom. Makes sense.
As a beginner, you started with grocery brands, auto ungated. Can you suggest the next category? Find something profitable and submit the invoice.
Yeah, that's a W if you got the auto ungated. What up,
that's
mate?
awesome. But yeah, don't worry about ungating, that kind of stuff. Like as long as you buy a product with your correct information on it and it is profitable, buy it and submit that. You'll be good to go. Thoughts on buying from Walmart third party? I would not. Very rarely, but you also have to pay sales tax because your sales tax certificate does not work for third party sellers on Walmart. So unless it's like crazy high reviewed third party seller, I'd probably stay away.
65K a year seller growth, struggling with OA. So if you've been doing it for a little while, there's a very good chance that like you're just not finding enough good products. And so you either have to find them on your own or you have to work with other people to find them, right? And one of those is substantially more profitable, takes a lot less effort, is a lot more fun, right? And such. So that's what Warren and I did. Warren and I were both like, we had been doing Amazon for a couple years. I was doing like mid 5 figures in rev. He was doing like a couple 6 figures in rev, and we met. And then 6 months later, we each did 150 to 300K in 1 month.
Yep. If you had any luck trying to reclaim denied purchases,
oh my god,
yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah, especially on there, dude. Especially on there.
Yeah. Rakuten, you can do it on Rakuten, but Rakuten doesn't like resellers as much, so I do not do it on Rakuten.
Yeah, bro, cranberry grape. You could probably make a couple bands. Like honestly, like
just go through and it's like a missed cashback report or something like that. Like,
okay, here we go. Sole prop or LLC as a single member. So, dude, I'm not a lawyer, man. I got no idea the right situation for you. So you kind of just gotta like audit your own situation, maybe do some research on the internet from people that have the qualifications. Inbound shipping cost rule of thumb. When you're new, you want to put it in SellerAmp as 40 cents per pound. However, over time, it's going to go down. And that, like, I think wholesalers, it's like 5 cents a pound or something crazy, right? Like at pallets.
Yeah. When you're doing LTL, it's like 8 to 10 cents a pound. Oh. Full truckload is like they pay you almost.
Not sure if I need to make a new account. I make now. Oh, then you probably do need to make an account. Okay.
They decline every purchase. Yeah, I would try a new one.
Dude, so if you're in India, yeah, I would start a service-based business in the Amazon niche. Okay, here we go. When you buy a product, okay, boom, update the Google Sheet. Boom, add it to the prep center list, and then once you get notified, you see it in your seller account, the prep center shipped it out. They update the spreadsheet for you. Then I update my own internal spreadsheet to make sure that everything was as it needs to be.
Yep. To get ungated, what do you name your invoice? Just brand_invoice, and then add the date every time they deny it. If you have to resubmit, change the date so that the PDF name changes, and the automated bot thinks it's a new file.
Boom! There we go. That's some game for you guys right there.
Does Nike factory store accept resales? I would assume they do, right?
Yeah, I mean, you might get Nike is notorious for big ego employees and such, but yeah, I mean, the vast majority of time it can work.
They're just mad that they're making $15 an hour while people are walking in printing money.
Yeah, they could so easily just do, yeah.
And they see people do it too. I don't understand. I don't know how you could work at a Nike factory that long and not just be like, wait, I could resell for an hour a day and make what I make 8 hours.
Do you have a copy of the spreadsheets you mentioned? So Nolan, I'll like to, just DM me. I'll send you a video of it. Yeah,
for sure. How do you know how much cash back? You're just saying like the top right.
Yeah, top right. It might be drop down, and then the app too for sure.
Can you start the business with $300? Probably not. Realistically, you probably want to have like at least $1,000 to start doing arbitrage. But you should sell used books or start a service-based business of some kind. Right now, you have basically no money, so you need to figure out how to turn your time into money. And then once you have money, you figure out how to buy that time back. It's time to hit the thrift stores. Find some books. Find some VCR players. Like,
yeah, and if you're really smart, you'll post a video of yourself doing it on the internet, and I will give you the world.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
only
because
select
if
guys
if
can do
if you
that.
start posting and everybody who's crushing making money sees somebody with $300 and they're spending all the effort they got trying to hustle, like people are gonna want to help you.
Just flocked. It's literally never
Yeah.
failed. I don't know a single person who's made a video in a thrift store who that I like know who isn't substantially further on than they were a couple years ago. Does that mean it's available for Prime? They are available for purchase, but don't say Prime yet. Nope. So they're in back order. If you look at the delivery date, Jesse, on the product, I actually made a video about that today. You're going to see that because the delivery date's too far out, it's not going to be Amazon Prime yet. So basically what that means is it's back ordered, and then it'll show Prime soon once it's checked in.
Yep. Advice for seeing the price drop while still having inventory in stock. Ask yourself if other new competitors can buy it at the same price. If the answer is yes, then there's no reason that the price would go back up, except for like seasonality, something like that. If the answer is no, then you have the lowest price. So then you just wait for the dumber sellers who don't want to make profit to sell out.
Here we go. How to track seasonal products like shoes, clothing for selling them the proper time of the year, like pre-Christmas. The cool thing is very, very little is actually super seasonal, right? And you have all the past data you could ever need on those products, right? So if you're asking that question, I would just buy stuff that's profitable today and sell it today. I wouldn't worry about planning ahead. So many people over plan and under execute like crazy. Like you see all these people talking about Q4 in August, and then they just get lapped by my 19-year-olds that are just buying shit in FBM in the same day.
Oh, right? Q4 is not that good. It's like so what are we doing? What are we doing?
You got the anti-FBM virtue signalers, like oh my gosh. Just got my first sale, but had high shipping. Buy shipping via pirate high shipping solved, and then also
you get cubic that way.
Yeah.
You don't get the same level of insurance that you get buying through Amazon. Keep that in mind. So if the difference is negligible, then buy through Amazon.
What is seasonal for Q4? So if you're asking that question, I wouldn't even worry about it. But go on Keeper Product Finder and filter to what's going up in demand, or just go the simple way and figure out what has a low sales rank and buy it, like which is storefront stocking.
Yep. We're going to break down some detailed sauce on that kind of stuff on the masterclass on Wednesday as well. So if you are a beginner, if you've been selling for a while, we're going to drop some gems, go step by step through the process. Make sure you guys are there on Wednesday night. Links down below.
Bro said, I'm going to be a Navy SEAL. I speak to my recruiter on Friday. I don't really believe you, Andy, but good for you.
What do you think RA, OA beginners have the most trouble with when it comes to, I mean, there's no issues using a website.
Yeah. Like if you're worried about it.
That's crazy.
Work. Yeah, it's just not.
That's
work.
A crazy question. You can click around a website.
Yeah, and we need some self-confidence in ourselves.
Yeah,
like come on, guys. We need some self-confidence.
If you cut out the question about the SellerAmp or website, then it's then it's a good question. It's product sourcing. It's meeting a couple people you can work with. Like those are the two most important things that you can do. Don't worry about navigating the Seller Central website.
Okay, here we go. What do you think about Amazon trademark registry? No idea. I think it's private label stuff. How easy is it to get started and start making a realistic profit? So the last thing I would be worried about is how easy something is to do. And that if you're watching the stream, you clearly care, right? I would want it to be hard, right? Because otherwise then everyone won't do it. Right. So it's clearly very doable because you as an adult human being made it through multiple decades on Earth. Right. So start doing it and you'll figure it out. Like all the resources are out there. People far less capable than you are making it work, and it's completely up to you to do it. So Warner, I know you want to explain how arbitrage here works? I don't really know, honestly.
Yeah, when you're storefront stocking, it'll show you on the storefront view based on like title. It's like it's going to miss a lot of the best stuff. It's just like a quick indicator of whether or not you might be able to get that item close to that price. But honestly, I don't know that I've ever seen too much that's good off that, just because most of the best products you find if a software can show you that it's profitable, and it's not going to stay that way.
That's a good point. That's a good point right there. I have $500. Am I better off sourcing online or person? No. So here we go. Key dial, right? So you need to go to the thrift store and scan all the books, man. Right? Yeah. You need to go on Instagram, right? Type in Billy Flips and then scroll back 2 years, and you need to do everything he says to do 2 years ago. I'm in
go watch the used book tutorial I have. Go do that. Spend $500 on books. Turn it into probably $2,000 realistically is what it would turn into if you spend that all on books and then start flipping neighbor and stuff.
Yeah, it's honestly going to be hard to spend even 5, but you're going to have to put in some good work for that. But the key is that if you have less than $500, that's exactly why you need to go do all that work, right? Because the issue probably is thus far you haven't committed to something for a while, right?
KPF, what filters best to find FBM friendly listings? Click FBM buy box.
Yes, for sure, right? So scroll down and say, is buy box FBA, and hit no.
Yep.
And print the wealth. Like, that's a super good question, Tim. You're super on the right track with that. Really want to thank you guys. You guys are genuine gems, giving out this info for free. We got you, man. Appreciate it. What up, Derek? Derek, you better come to Miami Sellers Conference. You've been lacking. You were lacking with ASD and you were lacking with Miami Sellers Conference. I was talking to Peter the other night at dinner. Wondering if I should try to sell 10 pairs of Nike Kiss shoes, can get them for a good price, but they'll be new in box. So Ramsey, only if the Keepa on SellerAmp looks good.
Yep. What's good profit per 1K spent? Like $300 probably. So every time you spend $1,000, it'll turn into 1,300, and then you snowball it.
Oh, let's fucking go, baby. Yes, sir. All right, game time. Game time. Let's go, baby. Derek, text me. Derek, let's go. Text me. I just opened an Amazon account. Do you think I can ungate Nike on it? Absolutely.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What are some ways to quickly vet wholesale suppliers? I made a wholesale step-by-step video not too long ago. You can check that one out. I'm sure Miles watch the video he made with Corey. They probably get into that a little bit.
Yep.
Then I also have some videos literally just looking for suppliers on the channel. You can check those out. But I mean, Google is usually this, like, as with most things, the simplest, fastest option is usually the best. So literally just my city, brand you want to sell, distributor, or, you know, your state, category you want to sell, distributor. Like, just start digging through Google.
Risk of being deactivated for buying from retailers with no wholesale receipts. Nope, you just use the receipts, man. Would it be best to start your day sourcing? Yeah, if you're in this stream, I don't think there's a better way you could possibly start your day, honestly, man. Like, if you're
they're asking what the best way is. So like, look at the sales that are going on that day, and then relate that back to storefronts that you're looking through as you go. And then over time, like, you just be able to skip right to the good stuff.
Yeah, text the boys too. And if you're new though, you shouldn't be doing manual, really. You should be doing a lot of reverse sourcing. Okay, how fast does $1,000 of inventory sell? So, for example, some products Warner and I might sell the same day, right? But you know, if you're new, you should be expecting stuff to sell within a week or two of being live.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, so legitimacy. Okay.
Oh, sweet.
So, not on Telegram. The first filter on the checklist is make sure they're not on Telegram, right? Make sure they're above the age of 30. Right, that's a little bit more banter, but like, you know what I mean. Like, make sure.
I mean, you might not be wrong there.
Yeah, that was in the CoffeeZilla fake guru checklist. It was like under 35 from like 4 years ago. Okay, so you want to be able to find reviews about this company, right? Google reviews, Better Business Bureau. If it's kind of more on the OA side of things, you want to check out Trustpilot, right? And such too. And then you should be able to look up this company and see how long it's been in business, right? Using like a business directory too.
Yeah, you can use like Better Business Bureau, or also search them in the Dun & Bradstreet database.
Ooh, true. Sauce. If you are looking at variations and you find an item that says 100 plus a month, would you have a rule of thumb for how much stock they should currently have? No. So not a huge fan of the offers tab. I'm not a huge fan of the bought in past 30 days, honestly, part of Keepa either. And then honestly, the only reason, like, you shouldn't even be super worried about competitor stock counts, just because tons of people are hiding their stock counts. So you're seeing people that have 500 or something in stock all the time that it looks like they have 2 because they hid their stock count using what's called the max order quantities, right? Which I should make a video on. I'm gonna make that tomorrow. Because I've been giving one of these dudes so much free traffic for like 2 years on his video of the max order quantities. So yeah. So like the only reason that stock counts would be an issue, if the stock counts are an issue, the Keepa chart's gonna look bad in the first place. Honestly, so you're not gonna buy that in the first place. Zach, and I appreciate you following Zach. So that means you probably, have been, hit to your boy for a little while and just decided to follow and show love with the question. So appreciate it. Ship out as often as possible. Sorry.
Yeah. When you should focus on fixing leakage versus sourcing more profitable inventory? That's a good question. As long as you have the major issues of leakage taken care of, then just source more inventory. So that being, if you have a prep center, you're making sure that everything you buy showed up to the prep center and they shipped out everything that they received, which is just check your Google Sheets, check your tracking, what you purchased. And then at Amazon, make sure you're requesting reimbursement for everything that they lose. That's going to be 95% of your leakage. And then you can probably just have a VA track down the other 5%. And then you worry about sourcing more inventory.
Is the tax exempt license specifically only for wholesale? Nope. It's going to be for retail arbitrage and online arbitrage on websites that accept it too. Yep. And you can so just start out, Jesse, just look up how to get sales tax state, whatever state you're in. And there's going to be like CPA YouTubers that got videos on it. Go about ungating Jordan Brand. Damn, that's the first ungating question today. So buy from any big website, Humble Leo, any big website.
There's been like 5.
Yeah, well, not like it's drastically below the scale.
That's fair. Yeah. And it's also how do I ungate X brand? Yeah. That's the bingo card.
Yeah, typically I'll just hit them with typically I'll just say a yes or no. That's just to not even give people the sense of, right? The cool thing is if you guys are ever worried about that, right, we got tutorials that'll go over all that stuff and the auto ungate.
We need a Money Monday bingo card, and if it hits, then like everybody in chat gets something. Or like
Jules says he hasn't seen someone in a while. Corey gets made fun of. My stream, because I'm plugging the Discord, plays right when the stream starts. There's a bunch of shit right there. Yeah. Cool. All right, sweet. So, guys, we're gonna hop off for tonight. Make sure you get registered for the free masterclass we got going down and such. Which is linked in the bio and linked to the description on YouTube. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys soon. Have a great night.
Absolutely. Good to see everybody. Go take action. See you on Wednesday.
See you later.